sort of an outpost of goblinoids where Eudora had been captured. After a few days of pretty bad treatment and torture, the order was given to slaughter the shepherds. Just in the nick of time, Nettle, Mary, and Orville showed up as well, and on the other side, Milo, Axel, and Keota showed up. Together, you all fought off Gunk and Crane and their slew of goblins they had with them. And that is pretty much where we ended. So right now, everybody go ahead and take a long rest.
Oh shit.
For the sake of brevity.
Woo.
Love a good sake of brevity. Good spell.
Spell.
And we will start with Eudora. As you watch your mother walk into the Wolflow Forest along with the shepherds, as she told you that she will take care of them, and they're heading to Kygenia to regroup, and they will try to be in contact with you. Quite a few tears shed, but they're safe. As they walk southward, you sort of turn and see Uncle Chert standing there, and now you see why I hate, now you see why I stay in cities, right? Shit like this happens when you leave.
It's not really any better in the cities either, for us.
He brings you in for a hug, and he says his goodbyes as him and Eden head northward back to Zaron. You walk back to the side of camp where everyone's sort of gathered. And in this moment, none of you have really spoken to each other or even really greeted each other yet. Dora, you have one arm. No one's really sure how that happened. Something that happened here had to do with the Goblin King. You guys don't know where each other's groups have been and what you have collected. You also see the Gem Dragonborn among you. Nettle, Mary, and Eudora, you don't see Virion with their group. And due to the last conversation between Nettle and Keota, back when you first got to Adal, who else is with you? Salix and Orville. And Salix standing there, sort of feeling this tension and excitement and happiness and sadness, all that you stand here. He sort of just claps his hand together and, well, I say we gave those goblins a pretty good beat down. Walks over and, Nettle, Mary, Eudora, nice to see you all again. I'm gonna go get the cart ready. Little Fox, you want to come with me? And Orville's like, yeah, I'll come. And they start greeting each other as they walk to ready the cart. As you all stand here, I'm gonna throw it over to you guys now.
I think looking over the group, Eudora would kind of look towards Milo and Keota and just, so they weren't lying about him. He left?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's going? Who left?
Virion.
Yeah, Virion, he, um, he joined, Ashrin.
What?
We were, faced with a big dragon, and Virion said he had had enough, that he didn't want to see us die, and he called out to Ashrin, and Ashrin killed the dragon, and he joined Ashrin. And
My
he
God,
took,
how does no respond?
he took the divine gem with him as well.
Speaking on that front, I still think I think like looks like pretty distraught at the Virion thing, but is just trying to like push through it. Oh, where are we on that front? How many do we have?
Have mine.
Mm.
I think we have one more Titan's Heart. We haven't really messed with it yet.
Oh, Eudora's gonna open her bag and bloodied, bruised, but smiling as she holds it up and be like, they didn't get this one.
Good.
She was not happy about that.
I wouldn't think so.
So
I think
what
Nettle
we-
Nettle can't really take it anymore, so I think she runs up and gives Milo and Kelto a big hug. She can't take this formality anymore. She's like, I'm so glad to see you both again. I missed you both.
Milo definitely does he doesn't cry from the emotion of it, but he does.
Oh, your audio is
Yeah,
real bad.
you get robotic.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. I think even though the emotion of it all is very charged, Milo doesn't cry, but definitely like buries his face into Nettle to like kind of keep himself from crying.
Mm.
So like it definitely gets tight and he squeezes.
Kyoto accepts it, but it's not like he gives you more of a pat on the back than an actual hug.
Nettle looks a little bit wounded at that.
Yeah, what do we gotta what do we need to do next?
Old Fort.
Okay. We have people there, right? People we can like get in contact with.
I think we know a couple of the Golds, but last I knew they're on Barbane Isle. I don't think they're home.
Kelto and I can send to them real quick.
Should be fine. I'll send to one of the golds. We'll say the brother. I forgot his name.
Clayton.
Clayton. I'll send to Clayton and just Goblin King's forces are headed to Old Fort. If you're there, be prepared. We're headed there also.
It takes a second to get a response, but your message goes through and you hear. Go to Old Fort. Go to my dad. He should know what's going on. And you hear him say that in a whispered, sort of scared tone.
Okay, there, something's happening there, because, Clayton's scared. So we
It's
should
my
probably...
fault.
Doesn't matter. We just need to... We just need to stop them. That's
Doesn't
kinda all.
matter. Okay, we talked about one of the elephants in the room. There's kind of a couple, right?
Just a couple.
Anyone have one they're dying to bring up first?
Not really.
Oh, wait. I can start. Nettie, it was your sister.
What did she do?
She pretended to be Auntie Eden. She marched me right up to them.
I think Nettle swallows deeply, hands balled into fists. Some ignorant part of me had always hoped that she might be convinced away at some point. But increasingly, that's not the case, is it?
Only didn't kill me because she loves you.
Nettle rubs her eye, definitely trying to hide the fact that slight tear. She says, well, she's allied herself with the Goblin King. She's been given ample opportunity to stop this madness, to end her part in it. I'll do what needs to be done.
Don't worry, she made sure Gunk got a demotion.
I have a feeling that soon enough, you're welcome to exact your revenge, Dora.
Do you think he just needs another option? Maybe, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I understand why Ashrin is doing what he's doing. I don't agree with it. I don't like the way he's going about it. But if your sister is only with him because she thinks it's the only way to save the world, there actually might be another way. And do you think, I mean, if she seems to have some amount of herself that doesn't want to still do you harm, maybe she could be redeemed still?
Well, what is the alternative? What do we tell her to prove her wrong?
Oh, well, I guess proof is gonna be hard. So And like Milo gets kind of like really awkward about describing this next part. Okay. So, Benir gave me a vision, and I have to find somebody who is chosen of the Forsaken, and it has to be me and the Dragonborn of Thune that we met recently, and the Forsaken chosen, and we have to stop the comet meteor thing. We can do it if the
The-
three of us come together.
The what?
The Milo turns to Kyoto a little panicked. Oh wait, they don't know about the thing yet?
No,
What? Wait, what?
I tried, but it obviously didn't work. Basically, we met a bunch of heroes on our way to get the first gem that Virion stole. But we went to a doll afterwards, and turns out they were from there, and they had a friend died pretty early into the party's creation, and
Well, before that, do they know about the meteor?
I've mentioned it, right?
No. What meteor?
So
What's a meteor?
so the person who gave me my powers,
Okay.
a person from the astral realm, the queen. There's a race in the astral realm called the Githyanki, and she's kind of their pseudo god, and she gave, I believe it was 200 artifacts, spread it around the world, and each person who picked up the artifact, their family was spared from the meteor. They knew it was coming. It's going to destroy, I believe it was like 98% of the life on the on Salora, something like that. And basically the whole thing they're going to do is just teleport us up to the astral realm. Before that happens, then we're supposed to rebuild. But I'm not really into that. They kind of want us to gather all the gems and destroy them. Anyways,
And that's what Astron is trying to stop. He also wants to stop the meteor. He wants to stop that from happening. But he's just going about it in a really bad way.
yeah.
So we're faced with a scenario where 98% of the world dies, or the Forsaken gods walk
Bingo.
again.
Or I get one champion of the Forsaken to side with us long enough to complete the thing, my vision ritual. It was all kind of vague, but the divine do that sometimes, and you just I don't know. Sometimes you just kind of have faith, and they give you things to do, and you just kind of do them.
Oh,
Okay.
speaking of which, one of the people we found along the way is Axel over here. He's cool.
I was gonna ask.
Yeah, sorry, that was a bunch of
Hi guys.
awkward situations for you to look at, buddy. Sorry.
One thing, real quick. Mary.
Yes.
I want to know what Mary's sort of reaction was finding out about Virion. Sort of putting the timeline together in your head. That happened a little bit after Virion found out that what happened at the bridge that night. So I just want to know what's Mary's reaction been throughout all of this?
After like Mary put two and two together as to like that's most likely one of the reasons why Virion like left the group is kind of like staring up to space into space, kind of like contemplating. They got like a very like stressed and strained expression on their face, as if they're like trying to do a math equation that they can't seem to solve.
Cool. Just wanted to know that. Axel, you were introducing yourself, I believe.
Hi guys. Like, see you're in the middle of some deep conversation, but I'm along for the ride.
Very good alchemist. Make some good brews.
Yeah, I mean, you could handle yourself well in that fight. So, I mean, if Kelter and Milo trust you.
Sorry that my people couldn't be very hospitable at the moment.
Understandable.
I'll just I'll just look at these things over here while you guys finish talking. I just walk over to like a tree.
So yeah, all that stuff happened. Pretty fun. Kind of thought we were gonna die many times.
Same.
Yeah, we, in the Feywild, we did lose someone.
Sorry.
Oh,
So, no rest for the wicked, huh?
Not
Old
really.
fort.
Mm-hmm.
I think we knew that when we started.
Yeah. Just, because I haven't got my teleport. Is it better to go to Old Fort from Zaron or from here?
Yeah, where?
It's
like-
quicker to go from where you are right now because it's right here.
Okay.
If you go up to
Okay.
Zaron, it would be a longer trip than So it's quicker
Yeah.
just to go that way.
Yeah, I was just thinking that we might need to go to Zaron for some more. Do we have any Revivify gems? That's just what I've been thinking about all week.
I don't think we have any.
I used my last
Alright.
one.
Okay,
Give me a history check. Whoever's in this conversation right now. Nettle, since you asked.
Natural
you-
20.
Natural 20.
That's huge.
You would know. You grew up sort of in the southern part of the Wolflow Mountains, but you've heard of Old Fort. It is a city in itself.
Okay.
It's not like a tiny town or anything. It's a decent sized city. Not nearly as big as Zaron or Storm's Reach, but
But they'll
still.
have somewhere that we can stock up on potions and like Revivify gems and stuff like that.
Yes. It's
Okay.
more of a spread out city. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's
Okay.
I do. I guess I forgot to say my elephant in the room, but if we ever go to Storm's Reach and we need to set sail to another continent, I have a ship.
So what?
I own a ship now.
Now?
I got the letter while in Zaron, but it's from my father. So it would need to be crewed, and we would need people to. I can navigate and steer. I just if we need to go to another continent.
Cool.
Well,
That
we do need
might be handy.
the Wave Weaver, right? They have one of the gems is out in the ocean.
Yeah, that'll certainly be handy then.
For sure.
I guess I get
All
to be a
right.
captain for once.
Moving up in the world.
Eh. So off to Old Fort, unless I don't.
Off the old fort.
So
Yeah,
for-
I know where the tree is once we get there. I tried
How many?
not to tell them as much as I could.
Didn't you say
You
this
did
was
amazingly.
the first tree?
Yep,
And it's in a city?
underneath the city.
How does it get sunlight?
I think it was more like the city was built around it, but it's
But
not
if
like a
it's-
normal tree.
Oh, okay.
It was the first tree created by Dosoi's hand.
Well,
The
I
first
guess
living-
divine trees can probably survive without sunlight, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they can survive a lot, but not fire, I guess.
Yeah, I was going to say you're the man of faith, Milo. I feel like a tree that doesn't need sunlight is kind of par for the course these days.
I suppose that's true. It could certainly be a divine blessing.
Well, how many days travel is it from here to Old Fort?
With the cart that Salix has, day and a half or so, 2 days.
Okay, so we'll get there tomorrow.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
late at night right now. But you guys will be able to go through the night.
Did we want to? Yeah, Did we want to like go now or go tomorrow?
We have to go.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Question: did we rest after the fight or no?
Yes, everybody got a long rest. I
Okay,
don't think you were here when I said that.
just making sure, and because I don't want to travel at 12 HP.
I guess yeah, we can go now.
Salix pulls up in the cart, and Orville is sort of sitting in the passenger side of it. And so, where are we headed?
Old fort.
Old Fort.
Old Fort. Let's see, that is northwest from here. All right, everybody hop in. I'm feeling great right now. I don't need sleep. You guys do?
That's good, Salix. That's good. Some of us probably will, but let's get going.
All right, everybody hops in the car. He's Axel.
Oh,
Stop
yeah,
looking at
we're
that tree. Get in here.
Okay. I mean,
Cart takes off, and pretty much gonna be like a day and a half before you get there. Anything you guys want to talk about on the ride there? Pretty boring, but eventually you start getting into Highland Pass, where there are pretty gigantic cliffs that you overlook, and you start going on an incline for a while, and Salix seems to know his way on the road you're taking, but yeah, during this ride, anything you guys doing?
we need to like stop and like have a rest because we've just been going for too long, or are we just pushing straight through for a day and a half? Just
I'm gonna vote for as quickly as possible.
I don't think
don't
we
know.
should be exhausted.
know. Yeah, I don't know if the horses can handle a straight day and a half of walking.
Yeah, we can make a. So you guys want to make a stop or two for the horses to get some rest, and you guys
Yeah.
as well. You're able to rest on the carriage as well. It's pretty decent sized. Sort of take shifts in the sort of not bed, but little rack in the back that's made for sleeping. But yeah, you're able to stop, get a rest or two in.
yeah, it's just to know if I should cast Magnificent Mansion or not. But yeah, Nettle will send Foxglove up ahead to like scout ahead a little bit. Which yeah, Miley Kelter would know. She's gonna be familiar. Hawthorne's not there anymore.
Cool.
It's a similarly creepy undead villain, but it's not now.
Interesting.
I think at some point in the travel, I feel like Eudora sleeps for like a solid like 6-7 hours. Once we hit the cart again. But as we travel, I think she would just turn to Kilta and Milo and Axel. Like, can somebody just tell a story about one of your new friends or something? Because I kind of just want to hear something good right now. Did you guys do anything fun, or was it just?
You want fun? I
Yeah.
bought a little tiny vial. Here, drink this.
What is it?
It's his custom brew. It's alcohol. It's good.
Oh, yeah, no, that'll work too.
We all got infected by mind flayers. Oh, they're like a tentacle being. We had like little worms crawling through us. It was kind of crazy.
Yeah, I tried to shock them inside my
Yeah,
body, and it didn't really work.
Milo it was very not a good idea because it was not working.
I
just
feel
kept
like if I
shocking
just
himself.
had a couple more tries, I feel like I could have done it.
No, you. I don't know about that.
The king of Vidal healed me.
That's true.
Oh, friends in high places.
Yeah.
He's a friend of my employer, but close enough, I guess.
A lot of really high and mighty people in Kano. Some of those at the mountain, actually. That was kind of crazy. Healed me. So that was cool. Yeah, I don't... Yeah, it was cool. There was a bunch of fun stuff.
The Dragonborn guy, he was apparently dead for a long time, and he came back to life. That was kind of a fun Thunic? Is that how you would say that? A Thunic miracle?
Tunic? It's a fun word.
It is kind of a fun way. I don't know if that's the real adjective, but kind of fun.
Well, I'm sorry that almost becoming mind flayers was your most fun thing.
I'm really close to a breakthrough on my
wasn't.
next potion.
Oh?
If you know of
That's
any
really exciting.
interesting regions, then let me know where I can find them.
It's been a long time, but I used to craft potions when I was with my mother.
Oh, how is she?
Dead.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Sorry.
It's okay, I killed her.
Oh. Cool. Cool.
Yeah,
P.
it was the same. It was the same day when you It doesn't finish that.
We got to dress very fancy for a Feywild dinner.
That sounds fun.
Oh, and we met Talking Candy.
Sounds a lot more interesting than
What?
We
Yeah, that,
saved a baby cupcake from pies?
yeah. There was
Did
probably
you
about
know it
2
was
good
a
things at the
baby?
Feywild.
I mean,
It
he
wasn't a
talked like
cupcake.
one.
It was just a cupcake.
Salix sort of leans back. Axel, I think whatever vial you gave her was a bit too strong.
Here, have some.
No,
No.
no, they're
He's driving. He's our designated driver.
I'll take the reins for a minute. You can-
We could also like think about a house and it would appear, but made out of candy in the candy area.
Yeah, we saved Cuppy, and then his dad, who was a gingerbread cookie. He was really nice. He helped us through the Feywild, and he gave us a friend, Sir Sourbright, who was really cool and really helped in the tournament. I think we would be dead if he wasn't there. Oh yeah, we killed a Lindry, by the way.
Nice.
Oh.
That's good. Came easily, right? Just kidding. It probably didn't.
No.
Alendri did travel with Kilta and Milo for, I don't know, maybe a few weeks or so.
Mhm.
I feel like there's something fun that we did.
You said you made friends? That's fun.
Yeah, they were all pretty cool.
Yeah. But the Ildrazor thing was interesting. We were underground a lot.
That's
Oh.
true. We met a little dragon. It was like a little baby dragon. It was one of the companions of one of our friends. It was like related to one of the heads of Elderslar. It was kind of cool.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, did you kill Ildrasor? Salix asks.
No, we would have died if we tried that. We were pretty close to. I teleported out of the way, so I wasn't in harm. Everybody else was. It was kind of cowardly, but it's whatever.
Oh, Humphrey was sick, but we healed him.
That's true.
Oh.
Sick turtle.
We
Oh,
got
the
a bunch
traveling
of
merchant?
flowers. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I met him once.
When you hear the name Humphrey, Axel, you instantly know that Dosk and Percival do not get along.
God, Humphrey's feeling better.
Oh, also apparently Humphrey is worshipped like a demigod.
Yeah.
I mean,
That makes
I mean,
sense.
he is a giant turtle. Yeah, I can see it.
I mean,
I guess
turtles
I
do
had-
live a long time.
I've heard of Zeratans, but I thought they were just mostly myth. Humphrey's a little small, but for a Zeratan anyways.
Are they giant turtles?
Zeratans are giant turtles that have islands on their back.
Oh,
Like full islands, like people live on them.
See, that's what we should use Mary's ship for.
turn the
To
ship
live
into
on?
a living turtle?
No, go meet one.
Yeah, to make
Oh.
friends.
Oh, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, to make friends with
We
a
can
giant
add
flipping
that.
turtle.
Yeah, we can add that on the checklist of when we go take the gem from the wave beaver.
Maybe if we make friends with some Zeratans, they can take care of the Kraken for us.
Well, so to my knowledge, Zeratans are mostly myth. Humphrey is too small to be a Zeratan, and if
Oh.
Humphrey is a demigod or viewed as one, I don't know if he really is. That's already kind of big.
Should ask him when we see.
Could we avoid the Kraken by staying on land?
Generally, yes.
Maybe somebody will teleport the Kraken onto land one day. Who knows?
That would be interesting. We can just
Like
maybe
that.
teleport it to a remote place in Aberjan.
You're gonna dehydrate the Kraken?
I mean, if we're already gonna teleport it to land,
I mean, I wonder. Fried calamari.
Jerry and I have already been to Pytherium. I feel like if we teleported the crackle there, we wouldn't like it very much.
What's pyrotherium?
Hell.
Yeah?
What?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Mm,
What?
I feel like it does.
Well, but when I was teleporting to try to get to you, we were waylaid.
Oh,
We had a bit of a detour.
yeah. We went to hell. We met this really cute couple though. It was kind of like a double date, but in hell.
I wouldn't call it a double date. Also, it's incredibly stressful, and now I don't have any fur on my lower calves.
I'm trying to be positive with what I can.
Ham.
Yeah.
Question about lore stuff for Salora. I assume that normal situations are whoever you follow, whether that, like whatever god you end up worshiping, you kind of go to their divine domain after death.
Mm-hmm.
What do most Salorans believe about hell? Like, because if you follow an evil deity, you would go to that divine domain. Like, what is the general belief of hell?
Yeah, hell, from what you know, Milo, is definitely a real place. There is a elite or a god of hell, Aureus. There's 7 layers of it, each with a different name that corresponds with a forsaken deity.
Oh, so that's their divine domain.
Yes.
Like each layer of okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
So, like, if, I don't know, a follower of Aureus died, they would probably, maybe not a follower, but like a higher up sort of person in the Church of Aureus died, they would have a special spot in hell for them in a good way.
Right. Yeah. They would be given like dominion, some kind of like maybe a lordship. But like even if you were a small follower, your soul would probably still go there
Yes.
in order to okay.
And I think collectively, some of you would know that each layer of hell has a different sort of meaning. So, like, there's a place for just non-believers where their souls go when they die in hell, and that's sort of how that place gets populated. Also, there's hellborn demons and whatnot. It's a different plane.
Wild that even in the midst of people slinging spells in the name of gods, people can still be like, there are no gods.
Or for example, thieves who never really gave or pledged themselves to whatever god, they would probably go to, not thieves, but really bad, like murderers and whatnot. They
Just
would-
anybody who's maybe considered a faithless one who
Mhm.
does not. Because, like, I guess my question would be if, like, what, and this may be a question for a different time. But like a farmer probably reveres whatever god of agriculture. How much faith is measured for salvation and entrance into that divine domain? And like, how do people look at faithless?
So for basically heaven, if you want to call it that, or afterlife for other people, other believers, anybody who follows the greater deities goes, from what you know, to a place called the Gold Embrace. So people who follow Thune, Kasona, Edite, Asna, them, they all go to this same place. While people who follow the Primordials, they're rumored to go to places like the I don't know the names. The Great Blue for the Salt Mother. I know that's one of them. The Forest Elysium, I believe, for Dosoi. The Stormland for Benir, that kind of stuff.
Okay, so there are other separate elemental domains, divine domains that are not like a one unified heaven space.
Yes, I'm gonna have
Kinda
to make
like
a whole domain chart to explain it, but it'll all make sense.
Yes, we're getting into cosmology. So then, and I can get my deeper questions answered later. So, is it rather known what the names of the hellish domains are? So, like, it's pretty common knowledge what the good domains, like what their layers of their heaven is, and then what the layers of hell are. So, like, when Nettle drops the name of the fire god's domain, is that something that is known? Like, oh, you went to the divine domain of the fire forsaken.
I would say no, but
Yeah.
you would have to give me probably a religion check to think of the or if you know the names or not. If you'd like to do that.
Okay, because we all know what hell is, and hell was mentioned, but then the specific name of what floor they were on.
Yes. So go ahead and give me a religion check.
Okay, let me use this one. Generally does well for me. I swear to God, the next character I play is going to be intelligence based. I need to play more intelligence based characters. Ha! I can't roll ones, so I'm gonna re-roll that. Wow, you're making fun of me. That's fine. I rolled a 3 on my second one. So it's only an 8.
8. Yeah, just the basic what I gave you. There's 7 layers of hell. When she says pyrotherium's one of them, that sort of rings a bell, but you're not sure which layer that is at the moment.
The root word pyro doesn't mean fire in Salora.
Well, she said it was the fire god of fire.
That's true. Okay.
But yeah, the exact layer in the 7 layers, you're not sure which one that is. Anybody else would like to roll a religion check to see which layer that would be?
I'll do it.
Yeah, I'll try.
Yeah, I don't need to roll.
I was there.
It was on 12.
Oh, hold on. Let me see. 18.
18. Since fellow Dosoi, a primordial deity, the layer comes to you Pyrotherium is the 4th layer of hell. A few others would probably be Axiomar, the 2nd layer, and the 7th layer at the very bottom, home of Aureus, the god of hell, is Infernastra.
How exactly did you end up in hell?
Mary looks at Nettle.
I think there was some kind of magical interference when I tried to teleport. But we got there eventually.
We had
Yeah,
a similar thing happen.
Hmm.
It wasn't going to hell. It was actually just Ashran.
Yeah, we had to go through trials to be released. There was a lot of fighting. Oh, there was a large sea of fire with people in it.
Yeah, it was pretty scary, Orville says. I was with them too. I went to hell.
Yeah.
We
Sorry,
also
buddy.
had to we had to smelt something at one point, and Nettle and Mary here were just taking damage from lava pretty bad. I thought I would have to go back with Oscar and you know.
Yeah. Mary lifts up like one of their pants legs. It's like it's got some pretty fresh burn scars on it now.
Yeah, from the knee down, Metal just doesn't have any fur on her legs.
What's with the what happened there? Kind of like
Lava.
No, I mean like you, Mary. Like what happened with you?
With what?
You look older, but not like not like Milo.
I made a mistake. Didn't even matter what had happened afterwards because I ended up dying and not doing anything anyways. I mean, I have a white streak in my hair now. It goes with the, silver fox, I guess. No, that's a full head of gray.
Yep. Anyways, got any more fun stories? Any more things?
I'm 100 years older, I guess.
That's not fun. We didn't have to.
I think I'm the oldest one here between all of us.
Well, I'm only like 19, so 100 years would be a lot for me.
If we want something more fun, we helped one of our new friends meet his wife again.
That's true.
She was stuck in a pocket dimension, but we helped get her out.
That's good.
Aren't they still living in the Feywild?
Yeah, when this is all said and done, we should go visit Larkin and Kathy, I think.
Yeah.
I wonder if they have any kids. Since the time difference is different.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, we might see if we go after all of this is done.
If y'all are going to the Fae, I have to come. They have got to have some wild plants there for me to play with.
Oh yeah, you'd love it.
There's candy trees.
We've got an inn with the quarters winter and The Sweetlanders
Flowers.
and the Quarter Flowers, yeah.
I thought the candy people were alive. Are the trees not candy alive?
I mean, trees are
It's
already alive.
But yeah,
complicated. Their snow is powdered
Sapien.
sugar. It's
that's not the same.
Yeah, you can see why I actually hated the Feywild, Milo. It followed no obvious rules.
yeah,
Yeah, but that's
yeah.
fine.
We're friends of the Sweetlanders, possibly champions of the Court of Flowers. We kind of entered a whole tournament and won.
A few days.
And then our
Go ahead.
sorry. Our other friend Vaunt, you'll probably meet him, because I think he wants to fight with us again. So
He was great. We got on me and him really well.
About a day and a half to 2 days pass, and you begin to see the city of Old Fort. It's not really like the cities you've been to, as it is very spread out throughout the region. And you start noticing that a lot of these buildings are empty. I need Nettle and say Axel, since you said you would take the reins a few times, to give me a perception check. Cool.
9.
9. With a 14, Axel, you look up into the sky and see an owl sort of fly over your head, and with a 14, right as it swoops above you, you see it look sort of undead. And it starts keeping track with you for a moment.
I kind of cock my head at it a little bit. Just watch it for a second.
It watches your cart and then just flies away as you begin to enter the city of Old Fort. And
I don't want to alarm anybody, but there was a dead owl flying.
A dead owl?
It was like watching us drive, and then it just flew away.
Oh, I'm sorry, and everything. I forgot that. Natty, I think Hawthorne's with Juniper now. I think she was using them to spy on us. She knew things. She was so mad at me about Iva, and
Yeah, Nettle just sighs deeply and doesn't say anything.
sorry. I should have mentioned it sooner. I'm sorry.
It's not your fault.
is the cart...
Actually,
Oh, go ahead.
actually, I was just gonna say, like, if we have a few minutes, like, it's like another stop or something, Nettle would love to go up to Kilter, and say, "Hey, do you mind if I talk to you, privately a little bit?"
Yeah, I'll kind of sigh. Sure.
Yeah, I think this is my elephant in the room that I obviously didn't want to bring up in front of everyone, but I'm really sorry for how we left things. It wasn't fair of me to jump to extremes. And Virion was my friend as well. I was just in a very vulnerable, low place at the time, and I regretted it as soon as I said it. And then in the Feywild, we lost somebody. Mary died in that battle with the goblins, and I don't want either of us to die without us fixing things, because our friendship is important to me.
Quick question. Sorry. Do they know who died with you in the Feywild?
I don't
No,
think it was
no one hasn't
mentioned.
said. No.
It's fine. We're good.
It's not, clearly.
No, we're fine. You were defending someone you love. I can understand that. It'll be fine.
Can I make an insight check on? It'll be fine.
Sure.
You can go ahead and roll perception or persuasion or deception. Don't say which.
29.
No, I definitely didn't get 29.
Yeah, I got a nat
Hold
20.
on, fuck.
Hard to read.
Listen,
The
we have things to do, and we can't just kind of focus on this right now. It'll be fine. We'll be fine, and yeah, everything's good. I promise. I just it was an awkward meeting back, and it was thank you for talking to me. I appreciate it. I really do. And I missed you.
I really missed you too, Kilter. The person who died with us in the Feywild, his name was Gabriel. Audrey's younger brother. Funny how the world works sometimes.
Yeah. Small world, I guess. That's fun. That's great, actually. Cool.
Kind of awkwardly, like he pats him on the shoulder. Okay. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. All good. Hey, listen, we got this. We'll be fine. We'll be good. Yeah.
Netta looks extremely skeptical, but begrudgingly follows.
Like I said, that a day and a half passes or so. Early morning, you begin to enter the city of Old Fort. And as you enter the city proper, I'm going to describe it to you, but give me 2 minutes. Take a quick break.
We're fine.
What a poorly timed nat 20.
What do you mean poorly timed?
Dear kid.
Listen, we're fine. We're actually fine.
I don't believe you!
And that's fine.
I'm
You can
so
believe me,
sad.
you can believe me, you don't have to believe me. It's whatever. What I said is what I said, you know? I'm having fun. I like this. This is great.
I do! I just want to already happy and move on.
I'm enjoying the one elephant that just has not been brought up. Eudora's like, I will not mention the arm.
Yeah, I think everyone else has picked up on that. Is like,
Oh, yeah.
okay, that's not. Yeah.
That makes sense. This is
Lovely
great.
cohesive party.
I'm so excited. Woo!
Poor Axel.
I know.
He's way too happy for this like situation.
But he brought booze.
That's
If I
true.
had to bring my backup character, it also would feel real weird in this crew.
Yeah, I
The
can't imagine
introduction-
Vera navigating this.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
backup character is just Rocco, so we'll see. We'll see how that ever goes. I think in one of our like after this in one of our campaigns, one's going to have to be Rocco.
Rocco
yeah.
has to show up.
Yeah,
It's just in which one?
yeah. I'm making it a rule where I don't play a caster in any of them.
In any of those, like,
I'm gonna
7
play one. I'm gonna play
campaigns.
one.
Oh, okay.
I make it a rule
just
where I
like
can't play on.
handling yourself like that?
Because it's interesting. I enjoyed playing not a caster, but I love playing casters, and I have only played like one caster for more than 2 sessions. So I don't listen. This is great. I love this. I can't wait for the mansion. I can't wait for the mansion. It's gonna be so fun.
I want to tie the rest so
It'll
bad.
be fun.
I love that Eudora said, "Tell me a fun story," and y'all said, "We almost turned into mind flayers. There were worms in us." It's like, okay. Glad you have fun.
I don't really think anything fun happened. Other than, like, going to, like, a bar. That was about it.
We bar crawled through Kano.
What do you need a bar for when you can just drink one of these?
Real.
Also, the other big elephant in the window regarding Kelton is something that could have been brought up with the fun thing, but
Good app. You're correct.
you're such a dickhead.
Oh,
You're
no,
such a troll.
I'm having such a good time right now. You have no
This is
idea.
why I'm never voting. This is why I'm never voting for any of your characters in the hottest PC poll.
That's a little fucked. That's a
Oh,
little
which
fun.
person I now have. So, the brackets are made.
That's huge.
I hope to God it's PCs, right?
Milo
Yeah.
wins.
Milo's not on that list, right? Because we're not going to sexualize a child.
I was gonna message you and ask if you want me to replace him with Vaunt.
I kind of think it would be wrong to put Milo on this list.
I know.
Sure.
I would feel extremely uncomfortable.
It's
for
basically
Miley,
just
like-
it's just a buy at that point.
I was wondering that same question. To be honest.
Yeah, I was gonna message you and then I got distracted because you asked me about cosplay and I was like, yay, cosplay commissions, and then I completely forgot until just now that I had a mission. So I will do that.
Yeah, it's like, oh, who finds this 16-year-old hot?
Mhm.
It's like,
I like that. I like that.
Okay. As the cart pulls into Old Fort proper, first thing you notice is the long line of people. You get a glimpse at the city. You see the castle up in on a small little cliff. But once you see this line of people, it doesn't take much to realize that these look like refugees. A lot of their clothes are burnt. You see a bunch of children with their parents. They don't look well. And as your cart pulls up, we'll say that Axel, you're driving it. A guy runs up to you, young adult human male, sort of bald head, no hair, and he's halt your cart.
Okay. Whoa.
I need everyone out now.
Hey guys, everybody needs to get out.
Okay.
Okay.
What's going on?
I don't know. This guy said we need to get out.
All of you get out. Oh, sorry, we just have to be safe here. He gives a good look at you and holy shit, I don't have my dice out. Here they are.
What the fuck?
Okay, that's decent. He looks at you all and looks at you, Eudora, sees that you have a arm that is healing, that has been taken off, and sees your weapons and oh, so have you come to join the good fight?
We come to talk to the lord of this area.
Lord Gold.
Yeah. We know his children, and we have kind of a beef in this fight. We need to solve.
Well, I apologize for my rude introduction, but we just want to be safe with who's coming into the city.
You're fine.
So you guys do wish to fight in the battle?
Yep, and we wish to do that soon. So,
looking around, you see a ton of men and women at arms, preparing defenses and digging trenches and setting up siege towers and everything, preparing for what looks to be a big scale battle, bigger than anything any of you have seen before. There's at least, from what you see, a rough estimate, at least 1,000 people here, all working hard, these soldiers. And there's the line of refugees going to the keep. The guard introduces himself. My name's Justin. Just follow me. And he begins to lead you past the line. The Lord Gold will want to see you.
good.
Salix looks at you all, and I'll park the cart. You guys can go ahead and go in there with him.
Okay. Don't get in any trouble. You too, Orville.
I'll try not to. Orville sort of nods, and 1 second. So he leads you past the line, and you are at the very front of the line. The people letting everyone in. You see 2 dwarves standing there. And Justin tells you the name of this castle is called Duncran Keep. The 2 dwarves. Oh, Justin, go ahead, go on in, bring them in. And you are let inside Duncran Keep. This moment, we're going to jump over somewhere else. Inside of Duncran Keep. Jeff, would you like to explain sort of what Lord Gold looks like?
Sure. Lord Gold is a middle-aged 40-some-year-old man, and yes, that's still middle-aged. He has blonde hair, a brownish beard. He has furrowed lines around his eyes and face, and he's wearing bronze in color armor. He's got a cloak underneath that with like a hood and stuff like that, and he is he's leaning over a table with a bunch of people around it right now.
As you're leaning over this table, you are a stressed man at this moment. You have an army estimated between 6,000 and 10,000 goblins marching towards you. You only have 2,000 men-at-arms and 300 knights. Your kids have been taken by this so-called Goblin King you hear about. The towns you rule over, Mistwood, Sunhaven, Brum, and Glimmergrove, have all been destroyed. The entire western coast has been taken by this Goblin King. You have more refugees at your gates than you can handle. And you look around and see your council standing there, or sitting around this table. Sitting right next to you is your wife, Lady Anaya Gold. She keeps track of coin in the city, the population, and the logistics. Without her by your side, you wouldn't be keeping it together. You also can tell she hasn't been sleeping much. You look over and see Fear, the devout leader of the followers of Dosoi within your keep. You know that the tree lies under your castle, but that's something that doesn't really ever come up to you. You have to go down through the dungeon and through a few rooms to even get to where the tree is. It's sort of out of sight, out of mind for you. But Fear is standing there, the elven man with the green hair, and though you don't follow Dosoi, he's always there for a bit of advice. You see And, the leader of the scouts. She is a firecracker, mysterious. You may not trust her, but she is the best damn scout you have ever seen. You see Caro, your master of war, the Goliath, standing at 6.5 feet tall, built strong, the man who will bring your army glory or doom. He's standing there very stoic. You see Megan Proud, the lady who runs the orphanage. She's in charge of safety of the town's citizens and the orphans within the town. And at the very end of the table, you see Dar, the old turtle wizard. You can't really tell if he's paying attention right now or not. But in this moment, And is sort of getting upset and getting loud with, we were told that if they went where your brother lives, and she's talking to the turtle right now, Charlotte and Clayton would be safe. They're captured. And Dar is sort of, well, looks like things didn't quite work out that way. At this point, the door opens to your council room and the party walks in. On doesn't really pay any mind to the Adventurers Book Club walking in, but she continues, and what about this Irapan man? How do we know he wasn't in cahoots with the Goblin King? We should bring him here and put him on trial, with your brother as well, Dar. And Dar looks back, and Jobo had nothing to do with this. Caro speaks up and asks, and what about this Goblin King? If he wants this tree so bad, why don't we just burn it to the ground? It'll, if there's no tree there, there's nothing he really wants. You see his Fear, the druid, looks over, and you will do no such thing and suggest such. And everybody just starts arguing at once. And in this moment, Lord Carlisle Gold, as people are arguing, you see the Adventurers Book Club walk into the room. What are you doing to sort of take control of what's going on?
I'm going to stand, as I'm standing over the table and everybody's sitting, I'm going to reach up with my right hand and just bring it down, hawk it on the top of the table, and just say, enough! Enough! And I understand that you're upset about my children. I am upset. Lady Gold is upset. We're overrun with refugees. I don't care whose fault anything is. All I want is to keep the people that are here safe. So instead of talking about... Oh, Justin. Who are you bringing in?
I'm sorry, my lord. I didn't know it was such an important meeting. This is the Adventurers Book Club. They said they know your children.
You know them. Excuse me. Welcome. I am Carlisle Gold, Lord of these halls. You have come at a time of great importance, and I'm sorry I must be brief with you. There are many matters to which I must attend. For now, however, you have my ear. Won't you please tell me your need?
Well, I'm Eudora, daughter of Basalta. Hi, priestess of Dosoi. Sorry, that's new. The Goblin King is coming for something very important underneath your keep, and I cannot let that happen.
I absolutely understand. Do you know Fear Ithri Cheer? The Sage of Styx is what we call him.
You
He
see
also-
the elf, sort of green hair, green beard, in druidic sort of gear. Is he looks over to you and I know your father. I've met him many of times. Shepherds of the Season, correct?
Yes.
I know Galen too. I'm sorry to hear of his passing.
Thank you. Just 5 days ago, the Goblin King was at Amathia. They slayed my father. The tree has been burnt. We've already lost so much.
The Goblin King has taken 5 towns on the western coast. This is Ond, the sort of scout woman talking, sort of short black hair, and she looks at you and he marches towards us. We know that he wants the tree. His army is just too big, though, for us to handle.
Is that why you're here? Do you wish to help us defend these people's lives in this tree?
Absolutely.
I find that very relieving. You're welcome to stay any way you please. I do need to get back to my briefing. You're welcome to stay here. But we do need to get back to the points we are making here. Without fighting amongst each other, we're not solving anything. And I kind of side-eye the people around me.
Milo will actually say one question out loud in a very meek voice and just be like, how long do we think we have?
Well, I would give that to my... Sorry, 1 second. My scout. And how long do you say before we're going to have to deal with this problem physically?
3 days. The Goblin King's army is between 6,000 and 10,000. We couldn't get an accurate count. We have 2,000 men and women at arms and 300 knights ready to fight, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
Well, do we have to fight here? Or what if we stop the Goblin King before he gets here? Then the army doesn't get here.
If we mobilize, it would take down all our defenses. Sorry, gotta do some math real quick. Ah,
Also, perhaps a question. A certain lord who is no longer fighting the civil war owes us a bit of a favor. How long would it take to get his men here?
oh, are you talking about what's his name?
Kroll.
Roll.
Leon Kroll, or are you talking about the Feywild Slickaris?
No, Kroll.
Oh, Leon Kroll. Actually, you would instantly know, Carlisle, that Lord Kroll, you have requested help from the Grand Imperator, but the offensive from the Wolflow Mountains is moving upwards. So all of the Kroll forces and the Grand Imperator's men and women at arms are going to meet them in another battlefield, sort of near south of Zaron. So unfortunately, Kroll would not be able to join this battle.
I'd like to address Milo's character. I'm sorry I don't know your name, but you have a very noble thought in meeting them in the field. We are outnumbered, I'd say 3 to 4 to 1. Being on top of a castle wall can bring that number maybe to 2 to 3 to 1. Plus some of my encampments and various other things, and I'll kind of look over at Ant, and I'll look over at Fear, have been put in place to make their travel less comfortable. I do appreciate the input, and if you have other things, you can always bring them to my attention or anybody here's attention. We do appreciate any support we can get, but there are some of us, if not all, that plan on either winning this fight or dying here.
I mean, we've fought the Goblin King before, and I think we're kind of destined to come to blows yet again. I have a personal, I guess, score to settle, which sounds kind of weird to say that out loud. But I also think that, and then he kind of turns to Nettle, and he's like, if you could take me home and back again in enough time, I could bring Kron back with us, and if we can stop Geodol from or slay him in combat, even during the fight, Kron may be able to rally at least some of them, and
So one thing,
yeah.
Kron is with the Goblin King's army right now, and funny you should say that.
That's right. We did install him. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
A tussle in the hallway, and you see the two dwarfs pulling a bugbear in.
Literally, as I'm thinking about this,
It's so funny.
I manifested Kron.
I love Kron.
That's insane.
You guys see
Divine
as the two
intervention.
dwarfs bring this bugbear in. You are not sure who this is, Lord Gold, but Milo and Kyoto and Nettle, you all know who this is. This is Kron the bugbear.
I think immediately Milo is just like, Kron! I was just thinking about you.
Kron's
Kyoto just starts
looking
laughing.
down. He has his hands in manacles and he looks up and... I bring message from Goblin King to you. And he nods to you since his hands are manacled right now, Lord Gold. And to you, it nods to you, Adventurers Book Club.
You may speak.
Did he get him out of the manacles first? He's really he's not a danger or anything. He's good.
We
He's
will
good
do
friend.
no such thing. The Goliath finally speaks up and says,
You're funny. Okay.
He's-
Just I guess speak.
He's our ally.
My Majesty wishes to speak peace terms with you, Lord Gold, an adventurer's book club.
You march on my city and propose peace?
He says, under bread and salt. No tricks. Peace.
I see. Well, I can't speak for these adventurers, but I can say for myself, under those terms, I accept.
Is
I
this
reached
a
down and
common term
put my hand
under
on
bread
my...
and salt?
Yes, it is. You would remember this. I don't remember where we are, but it's where if you go to a place and you usually the host will give you bread and salt, and that means you are protected and you will not be hurt or harmed in any way.
Interesting. Okay, so this is a common colloquialism that is said.
Yes, and if you want to give me a religion check again, Milo.
Oh. See if I can do better at this.
I do religion and someone who is actually proficient in religion.
Hey, 19.
That's
19's
huge.
good enough. You know, bread and salt is also mentioned in the Book of Thune, where if you break the bread and salt agreement, i.e., attack somebody after Thune deals with you after you die. So it's a big deal. Basically, it's me telling if you guys choose to do this, there's not any like traps or anything like that.
But it's like there is divine retribution for anybody who breaks the bread and salt. Like it is
Yep.
known.
That's what it says in the Book of Thune.
Okay.
Kilto will look at you, Dora. You know what he wants, right? You know how he's gonna stop this, right?
He's gonna ask for the gems of the tree, and he's not getting either. But I would like to talk to him.
Yeah.
Well,
Lord Gold, the bugbear says,
yes?
I would like to be released from chain, if possible.
Well,
I show no threat to all these mighty warriors around me.
Looking to the two dwarves, was he armed?
The dwarves looking. No, he just said he had a message. And you don't see any weapons on him or any holsters even.
Excellent. Carl, will you please do the honors? And you can remove his manacles, and I charge you with his safety.
Who did you charge that with? Sorry.
Carl, the warrior.
Oh, okay.
The one who just said, absolutely, I will not release him. You just commanded him to release him.
There's
He
strategic.
sort of says under his breath, damn it, you make me look bad all the time. He goes and releases his manacles and like puts a hand on his sword right as like an instinct, but doesn't like unsheath it or anything.
I look back at the book club. You said that this person is trustworthy.
Milo stands right next to Kron and does not leave his side. I can speak for him directly.
You are putting me in grave danger right now. How do we know that these people will be silent, Milo? If word gets out, Goblin King kills me.
Milo kind of deflates and walks away from Kron.
Do we have to bring him back to the Goblin King? Can we keep him?
I am no pet to be kept.
Kron, listen, I don't think that was what was being said. Do you need to go back?
Yes.
You've delivered your message.
Okay, cool.
Kron returns. I would like to speak to these people I do not know, sort of motioning towards the Adventurers Book Club, in private, if possible.
As private as Caro is willing to let you do it, so be it. And I turn back to my council and start talking to them.
Oh, one more thing. Meeting will be at sundown tonight.
How much time is that?
You have about 8 or so hours.
Oh, wow. Yeah, okay.
It's about, and I'm not going to roleplay this, but it's like about an hour south ride.
Okay.
He tells you where it is on the Goblin King's cliff. But going out of the room, you are still with your council, Lord Gold.
Okay.
So it's a plan that you guys are going to meet like maybe an hour before sundown and ride out there?
Yeah, that would be a good plan.
Okay.
Let's go with that. Meet me back at the stables. You'll find them next to the fish market. I don't know. And we can do that. And I'm going to go back to planning the defense of the city.
Yes, and defense effort is big. You have every person in the city who is willing, and pretty much everyone's willing to give a lending hand to build these defenses.
Very
But
well.
you go out and Adventurers Book Club, as Kron sort of looks at you, Milo, and I'm sorry for that. That was kind of mean of me, but
no, you said the right thing.
How are goblins in Clouds Bay?
We were just there recently. What was
I think Axel would know the answer to that one.
They were in the church, right?
Yes, Axel was also staying in the church.
They're doing great. They're very lively. I made him think one of them was playing a prank on the other.
Well, that is good. Unfortunately, Tat and Tit were building a resistance, but a rat sold them out to the Goblin King. Tat ran before he could, or the Goblin King could put his justice in, and Geodol killed the rat. Tit was able to make his way back through the ranks. But I have about 100 goblins and bugbears ready to fight in the battle on your side.
Thank you.
Do you think, because you've been in it, if Geodol does fall by some miracle of the divine, where would the power fall? Would it fall under the next person, or would it crumble and disperse?
I believe killing Geodol would hurt morale. Does anybody speak Goblin here?
Milo kind of wants to now.
So this is like very broken common when Kron talks, but he is talking about if Geodol falls, the morale will drop in the goblins, and that is a pretty good idea.
The only issue is doing that.
It's easier said than done.
Those goblins we watched got pretty decimated. So, I don't know.
I mean,
We're obviously
we have
gonna
to
have
be
to
careful
try.
with the bread and salt too. As long as he's under the protection of Lord Gold, we can't move. But we could move directly after it ends. But
That's
the
what I was
fewer
thinking.
people
We
he
can't
has
attack
with
him
him,
at
the
the
better.
Yeah, we can't attack him at the peace meeting. Which, speaking of, we should let Gold know exactly why we can't give him the divine gems or the tree. That will most certainly be both of his terms.
And just like so I'm getting this right, divine gems are not common knowledge, correct? Or are they?
No.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we can do that. You know, if we go with them, Juniper's probably gonna be there.
Oh, I'm well aware.
Okay.
Yes.
And
Are we even permitted to go to this?
I mean, I'd assume so if
We
the
were both-
message was for both of us.
Yeah.
We're related in some manner. And I think the Goblin King already knew that we were headed here
Headed
anyway.
this way.
So,
If it was Hawthorne that was spying on us on the way here, then yes.
Hmm.
I can attempt to scry, but I don't know if I should. I don't know what I
Mary,
would do.
Yes.
I'm gonna ask you another question, sort of like the one before. The first time you died ever was to the Goblin King. It was very swift, quicker than any of the other times you died, and the sheer power was just. What are your thoughts on going to this meeting at the moment?
Mary's been very quiet this whole time for a reason. It's people would have noticed that Mary like hasn't like been truly paying attention. Like, will listen in, but isn't like looking at anyone. But like they're kind of like constantly like feeling the face where the flail hits them or feeling their shoulder. That was demolished by it as well. Mary very much wants to stay out of this.
Kron looks to you all and says his goodbyes as he heads back, and at the right moment in the battle, we will turn and we'll make an impact.
You're great.
Thank you.
You're wonderful.
You guys have about 6 hours to do whatever you would like to do, but you are approached by the Goliath, Caro, and so I hear you all will be fighting in the battle.
Of course.
Yep.
I'm charged with leading the defense. What we're going to do here, all 6 of you have different skill sets. I'm going to break you off into teams of 2 to deal with whatever we need dealt with. For example, one of our towers gets destroyed. I need 2 of you to go there. You're strong enough to kill goblins, multiple at a time. So I need you to choose your teams of 2.
When do you need our answers?
As soon as possible. If you need me, I'll be going, or I won't be going with you tonight, but I'll be in my chambers. Just ask around, you'll find me. That's something you guys can sort of figure out. It doesn't have to be all roleplayed and whatnot, but like I said, you guys have about 6-7 hours to do what you want to do in the castle. You guys said you were looking for diamonds?
Yeah, I think we want.
Yes.
I think we want like 4 diamonds, maybe.
I have I would say we do 500 for a raised dead because I do have that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes. One.
I'm also
raised
extremely broke.
I am not.
I have 500 gold pieces, so I can buy 1 river-5 diamond.
I have
Um,
1,300.
Carlisle. You hear that well, I don't know if you guys approach him or what, but you guys are given, we'll say, 900 GP in diamonds for free.
Oh,
That's real good.
As everybody in the town is sort of helping out in this war effort, you guys go into the jeweler's shop and they just give you the 900 gold worth of diamonds. And anything above that would have to be paid for.
that's fine. That's 3 revivifies. Do we want to go ahead and get 2 raised dead then?
Yeah, I think 2 raised deads. I can buy 1 raised dead outright, but I
I
will
can
have money
also-
left over.
I'll tell you
I
right
can
now,
also buy one.
they have enough diamonds for probably 1 raised dead.
Oh.
Okay.
I,
1
I,
raised dead and an extra revivify.
I can put 250 towards a raised dead.
Okay, you can split it with me.
Okay, so
Thank you.
altogether you are given 900, 1200, 1700 worth of diamonds. So that's enough for 4 revivifies and a raised dead, or 3 raised deads and 1 revivify. I don't know the math, whatever I just said.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4,
so we have
4 revivifies, 1 raised dead.
Yeah.
Well, it's just
We've-
1700 worth of diamonds, so whatever you choose to use them.
Yeah, we can break it up
Yeah.
in other
Yeah.
ways.
but we have 3 people who can cast Revivify now, right?
I can do that.
Yep, I can also do that.
You- I propose if we're breaking our group of 6 up into groups of 2, 1 Revivify per duo.
That makes sense. Yep. And then Kyoto can raise that, but we should save that. We should use revivifies first, obviously.
Alright, I'll take 300 gold pieces of diamonds.
Yeah, I think 2 revivifies for Eudora, and then 1 Mary, 1 Axel raised dead Kyoto.
Because Kilt
For
is the
me?
only one who can raise dead, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And Eudora, you don't have reincarnate? Because that's, I think, the other version.
I don't think she has that yet. Let me go double
Okay.
check.
Other than getting the diamonds, anything else you guys would like to do within the castle or the city?
I do have reincarnate. Eudora wanted to go look for the sage at some point.
Oh, Sage of the Sticks.
Yeah.
You're able to find him. He's sort of walking the halls at one point, and takes you a while to not get lost here, but you see him.
Have I heard of him from my father?
I would say, yeah, you've probably heard of him. Yeah, I think not from your father, but you probably would have heard of him from Gallon telling stories about going to the first tree and meeting the keeper of the tree.
So he outranks me, right?
It's sort of weird. He doesn't really. No, you wouldn't know at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, but you see him walking the hallways.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt. I know you're probably busy, but I have something that I think might be helpful.
He looks back and, oh, Eudora. Yes, how can I help you?
So, briefly after Galen died, I don't know how he did it, honestly, still, but he came back to me. And he told me that the first tree was sick, that it needed help, and he gave me this. And she will produce the first tree seed that she has been carrying this whole time.
My lord.
Yeah.
Do you know what this means?
Somewhat?
Champion of Zodius. Or the champion of the Salt Mother. Gets their water form. champion of Benir must find the runes. The champion of Dosoi carries the seed.
Well, yeah, that's why he gave it to me, because he couldn't carry it. But I brought it where it needed to go.
The champion of Dosoi carries the seed.
Oh. Okay. But
Come, follow me. As he begins to walk through this maze of a castle, down below the subterranean layers, goes through the dungeon, takes a turn in a corner, and this place is well hidden. But eventually he leads you to Ikaria, the first tree. The chamber, it is magnificent. Deep underground, you see the tree, and you see there is no sunlight in here, sort of what Milo was saying earlier. But the tree itself seems to glow within the bark, within the trees, within the fruit that grows upon it. You see a little mushroom person run up to the sage and jump on his shoulder and, oh, this is my little fungi Dianea, is what I like to call him. And he's, oh, hey there. And if you look at the picture of the sage, you'll see the mushroom person on his shoulder. And there's like 20 of them all hanging out in this little chamber.
Oh, wow. I never thought I'd see this.
Beautiful, isn't it? I've been here for 300 years. My job is to guard this tree.
Well, hope you don't mind some assistance in that for the moment.
Looking at it, it's still sort of just puts you not in shock, but just a little bit shaking seeing this thing. We must protect it. I will not be on the battlefield. I will be down here with the tree.
You can leave the battlefield to me.
Aye. He looks to it and give me a perception check on the room.
Okay. Uh, 22.
22. Other than what the tree looks like itself, I've already shown you that, but I'll post that later. You look on the walls, and with a 22, you see sort of inscribed on the wall the story of the primordials, all in sort of cave-like paint or cave-like engravings. What would this be? Roll me just a normal flat intelligence check to see if you can decipher what this means.
14?
It's rough. What you see is the sigils, or sort of the holy symbols of all the primordials in a row. You even see the cloud one that you got a glimpse of in the Tempest domain. And you see the fire one, sort of, there's a small one and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And then you see what looks to be all of them gathering around the giant flame. And then another image of all the primordial gods' holy symbols without the flame. That's what I can give you with your 14.
Okay.
Can't really explain it much more. You are able to finally see Akaria, the first tree, the thing that the Goblin King was asking you so much of. The rest of you, anything you guys would like to do while in this city and castle?
I want to find their apothecary and try to brew as many healing potions for their army as I can.
Yeah. Go ahead, roll me a d20 at your proficiency. Or do you have expertise in brewing?
No, not
Okay.
expertise.
So just roll me a d20 at your proficiency.
You don't have proficiency in alchemist tools?
I do, but hold on. I get a special thing for tools I'm proficient in. Hang on one second. I actually gotta find it. Because I do have expertise.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Ah.
So just roll d20, double your proficiency modifier. $23. That's good. Roll me a d10.
What was that?
Roll me a d10. You are able to brew 7 healing potions. Just normal healing potions, but you're able to get 7 of them.
Very good.
Mary, Milo, Kyoto, Nettle, anything you'd like to do in this town or castle?
We need to let Gold know exactly why, like what we know the Goblin King will ask for, and
Yeah.
then why we can't give that to him. We need to have that conversation.
You can go do that.
Mine won't be a scene, but is there a ritual perhaps that Milo can do to like summon a storm? Because that might be like if it could potentially slow down or make like assist in the battle, because if we're defending, a storm is not going to affect us as much as it's going to affect the attackers.
Yeah, I'd say there is. You would have heard of rituals and practiced them, but because I believe isn't it like a 9th level spell, change weather or whatever? Or am I tripping?
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
There's a
Yeah, it feels
control
like-
whether it's 8th.
8th, okay. I would say to summon a storm, just this is sort of
I mean,
whatever.
Storm of
but,
Vengeance would be so useful right now.
I would say you've heard of rituals, and you're trying to do this ritual right when the battle sort of starts, so it's harder for the Goblin King's forces. Or are you trying to summon it right now?
I think I'll wait for the results of tonight's meeting, and then I will make that decision. But I know that it is a thing that I could do.
Yeah, we can. So we'll resolve that a little bit in the future. For that, but if there's anything else, Mary, anything you would like to do?
Sit in a room and contemplate and pray to the Salt Mother.
I think Nettle would actually, like, if it just walk in the hallway, like tap Mary on the shoulder and be like, You've been awfully quiet.
Yeah, just thinking. It's like Mary kind of like rubs their shoulder.
Is everything okay? I know it's been a lot the last few days.
Well, I'm gonna go and see see the person who's first ever killed me, I guess. One swing, that's all it took.
But I brought you back. And we're not going to let that happen again.
Yeah. Yeah. How are you doing, Nettie?
I'm focusing on the task at hand and I will process everything later. All I can do is put one hoof in front of the other.
It's funny I'm saying this, but it feels like I'm walking to shore for the first time. It's been getting hard to push one foot in front of the other.
Yeah, I feel like my legs will give out any day now, but until then, we keep going.
Yeah.
Anyway, we need to go chat to Gold about why we should not give up these divine gems.
I was gonna go and pray to Uther.
Okay.
I can try to catch you in during the meeting.
Do whatever you need to do, Mary. Kisses the top of Mary's head. Walks away.
Mary, well, as she turns, Mary will give a big like hug and like from behind, tight squeeze.
Aw.
Oh. No.
And then go pray.
Salt Mother, as you pray, the connection feels a little bit weaker than it was before you went to the Feywild, but it is still there. Give me a religion check, Mary.
I'm rolling flat. I don't have any bonus to this.
Me either.
12.
I can't believe Nettle, who is agnostic, has a +10 to religion.
Unfortunately, with a 12, you feel her connection, but you don't get any words out of her. As time comes, an hour before sundown, you all reach the barn, and this is where you see Lord Gold preparing the best horses he has. Before you go, Lord Gold or Carlisle, you there, Jeff?
Yep.
Your wife comes up to you, Anaya, and just grabs your hands and be safe. Say the right things. You got this. And even that just small saying from her to you, your nerves just flush a little bit, and you feel more ready than ever for these talks. As you go out to the stables and you see the Adventurers Book Club waiting, going along with you is Justin, and we'll say And will both go with you as well.
Well met, adventurers. You've met Arms before, and you've met Justin before. They will be accompanying us. Do you feel prepared for this meeting?
You can say
No,
that.
but at this point, that doesn't matter.
The fate of our people are not at risk, but we do have something with the Goblin King. So
I'm
we are
more
there
than
for
ready to
support.
see him.
I did hear you say that you knew my children. I didn't
Yeah.
understand, and I didn't want to say in front of Lady Gold. She's suffering greatly. The Goblin King has my children. I do want you to know my heart.
I totally forgot. I should have said this earlier. Part of the peace negotiations is you will get one of your children back as well.
Oh, I better not have to choose. Okay. So he has my children. Promised me back one. I absolutely cannot make a decision between them, and I will not accept any peace negotiation based on his strong-arming me with my kids. I don't know if you noticed, but we have the Lady Megan Proud who was at the meeting. She's very shy, quiet. She runs an orphanage. There are many orphans there, especially with the sacking of the towns around. There are many orphans. And every one of those little children is as dear to me as my own, because that's my job. Don't think me heartless if I walk away. If I have to sacrifice my kids, I will, but it will kill me.
We as an adventuring party do not have the best experiences with nobility, so to see one maybe display a slight bit of vulnerability is actually quite comforting in this, to know that we were aligned. We do know, or we can at least assume with confidence what Theodore will be asking. He'll be asking for the tree, and also these artifacts that we carry called the Divine Gems. If he were to have either of these things, then it will not be Old Fort that is sacked, but the Forsaken Deities will walk the world, and there would be many more orphans across Salora.
Specifically, the reason why he wants the tree is the burning of the primordial tree will allow Zodius to walk this earth in physical form.
Well, that sounds like goals are equally aligned. He's promised us salt. We'll get there and back safely. But aside from that, I don't trust anything else. There is absolutely no way we can let anything like that happen. I appreciate you being candid with me. And as you know, the rules of Salty can't kill us and take your divine gems. But be careful, dude. Are we missing one of you?
Yeah, is Mary not coming?
Yeah, no, Mary's here. They've just been
Okay.
silent the whole time.
I didn't know if you were going to pray and you were just going to stay away or not. That's why I was asking.
Nah, I totally went to go party.
All right. These are the best horses we have. They're sure-footed, and we should be fine with them. Please take your pick. I'll pick the last. Mount up. Let's go. Unless there's
Orville
something
and
you'd like to talk about.
Orville and Salix stay behind.
I will.
Go ahead.
I'll send Foxglove again to scout ahead.
Okay.
I might need to share a horse with someone. I can't,
You can ride with me.
Hey.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and jump into it. The horses take off You guys ride southward for about an hour. Actually, we'll say 50 minutes or so. And give me 1 second. Okay, so we'll say 50 minutes. You guys ride southward. You reach Foxglove sort of flies over and alarms you that there's a goblin ahead. Or a hobgoblin ahead. Which I don't know if you're warging into him or what, but
Walking into Foxglove occasionally.
yeah. So you see the hobgoblin ahead, unarmed. He has 2 sort of stands next to him. And in those stands you see bread and salt. As the horses draw near this hobgoblin, he just puts a hand out, sort of signaling you guys to... What are you doing?
Slowing down an approach.
Yeah. Would you like me to go up first?
This is your town, your kingdom.
Fair. Then I will ride up front and step down off my horse about 15 feet away.
The hobgoblin sort of yells out to you. The Goblin King, His Majesty, has promised no harm upon you or the adventurers. Do you wish no harm upon the Goblin King or his compatriots?
I agree to the terms of bread and salt. I'll hold open my cloak and show that I'm not carrying any weapons.
Aye. And you speak for everybody here.
Unless they speak now, I will speak for them. Do you agree?
The children of Lord Gold, are they also protected under bread and salt?
The children of Lord Gold are hostages. That is above my pay grade, the goblin says, sort of embarrassed at that question because he can't give an answer right now.
In this little,
it was implied though when Kron was there that they're protected. He's not just going to kill him or anything like that.
I want to use creature analysis on the Goblin King.
On who?
The Goblin King himself.
Goblin King's not. You don't see him yet.
I think it says you can remember everything you know of a single creature.
Oh, shoot.
I'm using the Sage's Illumination.
Forget my own homebrew.
You're good. I'm a roll. Yikes! It's a 15. I assume he's more than 15 CR.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So roll a d4.
Yeah. So that's condition immunities.
Condition immunities. Frightened and what was it? Frightened and stunned are his condition immunities.
Okay. I'm gonna roll to see if I forget something. 47, so I'm good.
47, you are good. As you approach, this hobgoblin takes a piece of bread out, puts it in the salt, and eats it. Waits for you to.
I will walk up also and take the bread, dip it in the salt, and eat it.
Carry on. Geodol waits for you. If you are to break this bread and salt agreement, Thune will decide your fate.
We understand.
Continuing forward, about another 5 minutes.
If we do have a chance, I would like to ask a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So you think that he's trying to free the banished gods?
Oh, we know.
Then why is he afraid of Thune?
She still holds power. She is still the chief goddess.
And his god is still not here.
That's true. Sorry, at
It's a
my
good
wit's end
thought.
right now and trying to hold it together.
It's a valid
It
question.
was a thought. It's a thought that I had as well.
Okay. At least
But
I'm not
until
alone in
Zopius
this.
arrives,
I unfortunately know the position you're in a little too well. I understand.
If anything does go wrong, I want you guys to get back to the keep and tell them to lock the doors.
which actually I always forget to do this. Can Nettle have taken something from the keep? Just like for the purposes of teleport, like a fork or something, or like
I've let it happen
just
too many
always-
times. You gotta say it when you're there
I
next.
always just forget. Yeah, it's all good.
Until you are punished, you will not remember.
I
Does-
mean, we have the
does-
king. We can take his cloak.
Does the Revivify gems count?
Goddamn. Yeah, I think they would.
Jeez.
I was gonna say, if not, Eudora has the seed.
It doesn't
So-
consume whatever it is, does it?
No, it doesn't consume. It's just
Oh,
to
okay.
like avoid like a mishap, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you approach about another 5-10 minute ride, and you realize that the land here, the topography is kind of weird because it's flat and then there is a giant cliff downward. As you begin reaching the edge of this cliff, you get a glimpse down at the Goblin King's armies. You see the thousands and thousands of them all sort of, and it is a well-maintained kind of army. You see the supply lines going down that all the goblins are sort of lined up around, all getting food. Go ahead, give me a perception check, Lord Gold.
I'm just gonna roll it in the rolls and stuff, if that's all right. Or do you want a private?
Oh no, you can just roll it.
I can't remember how to do 1d20. 5.
5.
Well, plus my stats. I guess I didn't.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Even with that, though, hard to tell, but it does send a shiver down your spine seeing this many goblins. But at the very foot of the cliff, you see a giant tent set up, much nicer than the tents that are down on the ground. Pretty big, and the door is open. There's 2 hobgoblins standing there, and go ahead and enter. His Majesty is waiting.
So be it.
Do you all enter?
I'll step into the tent.
Yeah.
Yep.
Me as well.
Can I just do like a quick perception check around just to see if there's anyone like I don't know, like there's no like assassins or anything around.
Oh, yeah. You can give a perception check of just like what's in the area, right?
Yeah, just like the
you.
general kind of vibe. Can I guide
Mhm.
myself? Because I keep
Yeah.
forgetting I have guidance. 17 with guidance, and then perception. 24.
With a 24. I mean, yeah, there's armed guards around, but you don't like catch any assassins out like hiding behind stuff and all that.
There's nothing like suspicious or anything like that,
No.
other than just like the standard guards. Okay.
But entering into the tent, and we'll just carry that 24 over. You see the tapestries sort of hung on the walls of the well, first you're led into a room within this giant tent, and there's a table sitting out with a cornucopia of food sitting there, multiple wines, all corked heavily, but there is a table sitting in the middle, and you see these tapestries with the holy symbol of Zodius, the god of fire. You were just in Zodius's hell, but yeah. As you all gather around this table, you see for the first time, Lord Gold, and I think Axel, or actually, is this the first time Eudora's seen the Goblin King? Oh, wait, no, I'm dumb.
No.
Never mind.
She wishes.
You see a dark figure sort of entering through, and I'll just on roll 20. Here he is, right here. Most notably, Eudora, you see him. He has an eye patch on his left eye. And his hand is not aflame, but there's still a hand there. You see the charred bones of what looks to be a hand, yeah. And somehow you see a little bit of muscle connecting it. As he looks at you all and... Well, everybody have a seat. Let's eat. Let's talk. He sort of sits down at the head of the table. We'll say that Justin and And don't sit down. They sort of stand on either side of you, Lord Gold.
Hey.
So at this moment, Goblin King is just drinking and eating. And are any of you guys drinking and eating what he's putting down?
I'll eat.
It's actually
Nettle
very...
would like sit along. Nettle would sit with everyone else, but like she's not eating and drinking.
Yeah, I do.
It's a very good meal.
I offer him one of my vials.
He looks at it, and no, he doesn't drink one of your vials.
You're lost, and I down it.
Mary, are you eating or drinking?
No, Mary is kind of like there, just kind of like staring at him in shock, but like under the table, if he's sitting next to either, if they're sitting next to either Eudora or Nettle, they're like holding their a piece of their clothing.
Yeah.
He is just sitting there, eating heavily, like grab like a chicken leg and just eat the whole thing, bone included, chew it up, as he's... So, peace negotiations. What do you got, Lord Gold?
I've got a proposal that you're not going to accept. I don't know what your motivation is aside from destruction and death. And to be honest, I swore fealty by taking this lordship to my people. I can't betray that. So I'm here to listen and hope that somehow, out of all this chaos, we can bring something righteous.
Follower of the Salt Mother, he says to you, Mary.
Mary will like nod.
Oh, shit! Looks at you, Eudora. They took your arm. Let me guess. Gunk?
He's not a problem anymore.
He was weak anyway. Wondering when you all would show up. Obviously, cleric of the Storm King, or follower of the Storm King. Gestures to you, Milo. All these primordial gods, followers, champions, clerics, all just sitting here. You already know what I'm about to ask you, don't you? Oh, he looks back. Go ahead. And I'll roll this right here. 1 to 10.
Loving that one.
That could be good. That could be good or bad. I don't know which is it.
Bring him in. And
Oh.
you see your son brought in. Take off his ropes as a hobgoblin sort of unties his hands and he just runs to you, Lord Gold, and hugs you. Dad!
Absolutely gonna embrace him. Are you well? Were you treated well?
I mean, they didn't hurt me or anything. They just had us in a room the whole time.
And your sister?
She's in a different room, but where is she?
I haven't seen her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's yours to take with you, the Goblin King says to you. Carlisle is...
How did you choose?
You know, just spur of the moment. Didn't know which one I was going to give you, but she seems like or I think this will work out. Roll 20, I posted what the Goblin King looks like. So, deal. I don't attack your city. I don't kill any of your people. I give you your daughter back. These adventurers give me the 3 divine gems. Deal or no deal?
Well, first of all, they're not my gems. Second of all, it is my city. I'd give you a counter offer, but it sounds like you're absolutely not entertaining any. Am I correct in this assumption?
I need the gems.
They're not mine to give.
What are you guys gonna do? Just like long term, or are you more of a short term pawn?
I don't really give a shit. I was told to get the gems. Either way, my god's coming back.
I've already given your wife my answer.
My wife? I don't have a wife.
Juniper?
Oh, no, that's not my wife. We are together, but why am I getting into my personal life?
Insight check. Insight check.
Yeah, inside check. Is he my brother-in-law or not?
Oh my god, why did it... That's okay, it's like an 18.
18. What are you insight checking? Sorry.
Just like... I don't
Does
know.
he actually care for Juniper? Does he really want Juniper
that's
as a
exactly
lifelong
what
partner?
I'm thinking. You don't want to be
An
tied
18
down.
Insight?
That's kind of what that gives me.
The old ball and chain, am I right?
He doesn't seem
Jeez.
that interested in her. No.
Yikes! Okay.
So, is that a no to the gems? Looking over at the Adventurers Book Club.
This was all a farce. You knew what our answer was going to be.
Well, okay. Again.
You. He points over at Justin. What's your name? Stands up sort of straight. My name is Justin. Tell me, where will you be fighting in the battle? I'll be fighting in the van. Lord Gold, do me a favor. Please, it's the least you can do for me.
Speak.
Look at Justin right there. In the eyes. Tell him why he deserves to die.
I will turn toward Justin and say, Justin, we all deserve to die as a hero. You deserve to die just as I deserve to die for something bigger than ourselves, just as this Goblin King is trying to die for something bigger than himself.
Die
Just
for
depends.
what? Something that could be completely avoidable.
You're right. You don't have to do this. You
I've
could-
been to your city a few times.
Good.
Do you want that orphanage to burn?
I wouldn't be the one setting it on fire. You can try to blame the negotiator, but in the end, you like the match. I
At
don't
the end of the
understand
day-
why you can't take responsibility for your actions.
Take responsibility. I'm asking for 3 rocks, and you're saying no. Look around. Look out there. You already know you can't win. The screams you hear of people burning, all the death that you all can stop right now. I'll give you a little insider information. Ashrin has 3 of the gems. You have 3 of the gems. He holds the Arathorn, the Eternal Vigor, and the Astral Agace. He can still bring back the Forsaken with 3 gems, but there will be a lot of death in the process.
What do you think?
I want you guys to know. Every person who dies is on your shoulders. What are you smiling about, boy?
What do you think will happen when they come back?
You think the world will be free of death and carnage?
I
When
don't
war
give a
and fire?
shit what happens when they come back. I know my God will be there. And look at you
Burning.
smiling at all the people that are going to die because of it. I don't care if those people die, but I figured you would.
I'm confused if you're just foolish or lying to us. People are going to die either way. At least this way, we might have a modicum of control or a fight left in us. Giving up the divine gems means we have no fight.
It has been put into your ears that yes, people are going to die either way. But a lot less people will perish if you give the divine gems to me. And therefore go to Ashrin.
You just said that you didn't care if people died, but yet you're trying to give us a chance to have people not die. Why are we really here?
I was thinking the same exact thing, Carlisle. Let's leave. I think we're done here.
I will tell you, your food was absolutely enchanting.
Well, thank you.
And had we met under different circumstances, we could have probably set something up for trade or for anything else. So if you ever do decide to abandon this course, come back and see us again.
When your town is burning, you hear the children screaming. Just know that is on your shoulders. Who knows? Maybe the Forsaken would have forgotten about you. But they won't this time.
They're eternal. I don't believe that for a second. And I don't really think that you actually believe that either.
Sorry, believe what? That's me asking.
No, that I don't think that he believes that he's actually offering us any hope. I'm really kind of looking for a motive behind this because I don't think he gives a crap. I think maybe he's trying to cut corners or something, or
actually,
maybe he's actually having a problem.
Give me an insight check.
I'm also very confused because his logic is so incredibly flawed.
How though? He is saying give him the divine gems and he won't attack the city. Like
right, but
he's using our morality against us. I think is the point.
There's no real logic in it. It's like
a natural one.
Oh no!
God damn.
Milo, you can go ahead and roll one as well.
Yeah, please.
Man, right when it's important, I never get what I need. It's a 16.
16. This might put a little bit of might put more into picture. The Goblin King doesn't care if his army attacks and he gets to the tree and sets it on fire and Zodius reemerges, or if Ashrin gets the divine gems, because either way, Zodius will reemerge.
Right.
This seems more of a something that he was put up to
Oh,
to try to
100%.
get the gems from you guys.
Oh. Well,
I mean-
I'm glad I don't know that.
Yeah, it's the logic of it, so I don't.
Yeah, his argument does make sense because he kind of doesn't believe it, but he doesn't have to, you know? He's just
Right.
after black.
He's just using, as you said, our morality against us. Because, like, even his points of logic don't hold any water at all.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
that's what I'm confused about. I think his logic is perfectly sane. He's saying, give him the divine gems. If you don't, then these deaths are on your hands. That's what he believes at this moment.
Sure, he can believe that, but it is factually flawed because whether we give him
He doesn't have to
divine gems, right? Well, I mean, even aside from that, people are going to die when the even if Ashrin gets all 6 divine gems and the Forsaken walk, war is going to be made manifest. Fire is going to be made manifest. Madness will be made manifest. People will go insane. They will die. There will be more wars. Like, the Goblin King is probably still going to go on and do his thing to claim more territory. Like, people are still going to die. This is just a stay of execution is all it really is. It's whether we give him the gems now or he has to fight for them. The result really is the same amount of death on either side. There is no true change in numbers. It's just the time, not the amount of people.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, that's what is not clicking for at least what seems like a few of us, and definitely Milo, is like, it is just a matter of time before these things occur. And if we have the power with these gems to attempt to stop you, that is the better chance that we have. We have more on our side if we try to stop you with the power that we do have.
I guess I kind of get it, though, because if he's impatient at all, wouldn't he just ask us for the gems and tell us that he'd skip our stuff? Maybe he's just trying to save time.
That's
I mean,
what I
yeah,
think.
sure.
Probably, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably just it. I mean, he was also put up to this. Like, he was a henchman.
He does not care about this at all.
He doesn't care.
This plan is not his plan.
Okay.
It is definitely easier to leverage our morality to get the divine gems.
Then Sacker City, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
He leans back and gather the armies. Tell them to finish their dinner. We march tonight. You might want to run along now.
Well, I won't be running. You see, if you beat me back to my castle, haven't you violated bread and salt? You have safe passage both ways.
I'm awaiting for you all to leave. We could sit here all night.
Well, I thank you for the return of my son. I wish there was a different accord we could have reached.
I do too.
And if you do slaughter everybody inside of my keep, will you please release my daughter after the battle?
I'll tell you something.
Her own orphanage.
Lord Gold, you remember what I said of all the people screaming? Her voice will be screaming the loudest. Run along now.
Can I switch places with her?
Nice try. What do I want from an old man?
Fair. I will see you in the afterlife.
I look forward to it.
You won't be. Let's go.
As we're standing up to leave, before we leave, Nettle will turn to him and say, "Give my love to Juniper," and just walks out.
It was honestly really nice to talk one-on-one. I'd like to talk more later, little goblin man, but it's whatever. Have a good night.
He smiles.
Hilda's dead.
Eudora
100%.
lingers a second, and then braces herself to look at him. Any chance you had of me ever cooperating when up in flames with Amathia? You birthed a priestess of peace in the ashes of war. I'll be seeing you later, Your Highness.
Nods his head. Mary, Axel, Milo, anything to say to the Goblin King
No,
before you
Milo's
head out?
Milo's not trying to drop a one-liner. He's just leaving.
It's like
I do
3
appreciate the
one-liners after the
one-liners.
other.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. What was your name again?
Mary doesn't say anything.
But remember, I'm gonna leave you one vial. It's under the terms of bread and salt, so it's not gonna harm you.
All right. Hey, it was nice to meet you, for real. Thank you for stopping by.
Stupid.
I love that.
First time Theodol has ever been hospitable and shown decorum.
As you all get on your horses and head back, running through your head, Lord Carlisle, just hear him talking about the screams, and you all reach Old Fort again.
Can I do one thing while we're riding?
Yeah. Go ahead.
In just saying in my mind, I'm not gonna say it out loud. I'm gonna cast Sending to Juniper. And I'm just gonna.
You do yours.
Do you love him? Theodol, do you love him? That's all I say.
You send a message, and unfortunately, it goes through, but you don't get anything back.
Fine.
Clayton, on the other hand, I don't know what happened, Dad. It was, we were asleep, and next thing I know, me and Charlotte were in these sort of rooms. They didn't treat us bad, but I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
Stop. You did nothing wrong. So what do you mean you're in these rooms? How were you taken?
We don't know. That's the thing. It was like at night, and I haven't heard from Irapan or Jobo or anybody on Barbane Isle. I saw Charlotte for a brief moment. She's okay.
Keep that memory in your head, son.
I want to
That's the
fight in the
only
battle.
memory. How old is he? I can't remember.
He's about 17, 18.
I will leave that up to Caro. He will have some job soon. I promise.
Okay. Speaking of Caro, as you guys reach Old Fort, Caro is standing there. How did the peace talks go?
Get ready. We will be getting visitors shortly tonight.
All right. I need all forces. Assume their positions. You 6, looking at the Adventurers Book Club. What are your teams?
Well, Milo, do you want to be partners?
I thought that might probably be the best for the two of us.
Aye. You two are team 1, Milo and Eudora.
I hand you 2 healing potions. Just a standard
Oh.
one.
Okay.
Thanks.
What are the other 2 teams?
Axel, I'll be on yours.
What?
Or with Axel.
Oh, you're with Axel.
Yeah.
All right, Kilta. I hand you my experimental elixir, the potion of healing.
Okay.
Team 2. So that leaves you two.
It's in roll 20,
Mhm.
by the way. It's the first one.
Metal and Mary will be Team 3.
I'll give y'all
Squeeze
two.
Mary on the shoulder.
I'll give
Team
y'all
1.
two potions of healing as well. I'm dividing up to 7.
Team 1, you will be in the left flank. Team 3, you will be in the vanguard. Team 2, you will be on the right flank. Somebody, please write that down so I don't forget that. Team 1, left flank. Team 3, center. And Team 2 will be right flank.
Oh, wait,
Everything.
Team 2 is right flank? I thought Team 2 was vanguard.
Team 3 is vanguard. Team 2 is right flank. Team 1 is left flank.
Ah, okay.
Mary, I'll give you the swiftness potion if you look in roll 20.
Thank you.
And let me know when you drink it because you get bonus HP. I just have to roll it when you drink it.
The scout Ond, she looks around and close the gates as the rest of the refugees are able to cram themselves into the keep, and the gate begins to pull up. Lord Gold, are you staying in the castle or are you going to be on the battlefield?
I hadn't really thought about what Lord Gold would be doing as far as that, so I'm assuming that I'd be on the battlefield. I'm assuming. I guess I don't know for sure.
Give me 1 second. Inaya, she comes out before On tells the gates to close, and she grabs your hands, and the city is ours. Don't let him take it.
My honor. I will stay married to you, whether in this life or the next.
She gives you a hug and a kiss, and obviously gives a big hug to Clayton. And he lets her know that it's a little bit of bickering between those two if he should be inside the castle or not, but eventually she gives up and lets him fight. Get our daughter back. As she outstretches a hand one last time, and they sort of let go as she walks into the castle. Megan as well goes into the castle. You guys see as the leader, or the guy who's sort of leading you in the battle, his name, Caro, he pulls out about 10 of these sending stone sort of things and hands them out to various units. I'll be in Tower 4. If you need me, you can pick up your sending stone and send me a message. I'll be instructing you where to go and what to do.
Aro, you've been training for this your whole life. Our lives are truly in your hands, and I am in your debt.
A few hours go by of this hecticness. Anything you guys want to say before your groups separate into where you're fighting?
Don't die.
Yeah, don't die would be advisable.
Not planning on it. Might happen though. You guys don't die either, please. I'll give Milo a very big hug.
We have a lot to do after this, so we can't die.
Well, yeah.
And I haven't shown you to your rooms in my Sylvan Sanctum yet.
What?
Oh, there'll be a surprise if you don't die.
Oh, I don't know what that means. A room?
Well, don't die, and you'll figure it out.
Oh, okay.
Mary would probably like grab Eudora and Nettle, and I always say at the stupidest times, but I love both of you. Please be safe.
I think this is a good time. Oh. I love you both too.
I've reset it, so
Besides, Milo and I are gonna be fine. It's two champions of the Primordial on one team. What could go wrong?
Yeah, I feel like you two are probably some of the strongest out of all of us.
Kilta.
Oh,
Yeah. As you guys are saying this, Salix walks by you, and Kilta, you hear a pat on your back, and you look back and see Salix, and Kilta, I just want you to know, I love you.
Yeah, man, I'm
I'm
good.
just messing with you.
Okay, thank
Let's
you.
go.
Thank you.
Let's fight these goblins.
I
would
wanted that
like-
to be a real confession.
yeah.
Same.
Yeah, Kyoto will like go up to everyone, like say goodbye or whatever, kind of like pause, look at Nettle, don't die, and then look at Mary. Once more, don't fuck it up, and then just go.
You go.
One thing I would like to add, you guys decided to stand up and help me defend my home. You guys could have done this on the road. Do me one favor. If we are looking like we will lose, get those gemstones, or whatever they are that you're not supposed to give them to somebody and tell them to run far, far away. If we all are falling, give them to Aunt if you can. She will know how to get away. He doesn't get these. Nobody keeps my daughter and lives.
Trust me, my number one priority is those stones.
Excellent.
And would I have like a short rest to just like regain that spell slot? But I do want to cast Sending to Juniper.
Yeah, you guys have a short rest right here, for sure.
Yeah. I would cast Sending to Juniper and say, I hope you're at peace with your decision. I hope you don't mind being the servant of a man who doesn't love you when you had two perfectly good sisters in your corner.
You get a message back. I love you, Nettle. I don't want this to happen. Why didn't you just give him the gems? What we're doing is right.
I can do one more Sending and still have all my spell slots. So I'll send back. I hope you can keep telling that to yourself when the city is sacked, when you have to listen to innocent children scream. I hope you can keep telling yourself that.
No innocent children would scream if you would just give up the gems. I'm sorry for what happens next. I love you, Nettle.
I regain all my spell slots back. Can I insight check that to see if is there any does she fully believe it? Is it something she's just trying to like convince herself of? Like how strongly convicted is Juniper in this? Just based off those settings. I probably won't get heaps.
Roll me an insight check, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna guide myself with this because I keep forgetting that I have guidance now as a druid. So that is 15 with the guidance, and then insight 22.
22 is really good. You know Juniper very well. sort of what you said. It sounds more like she's trying to convince herself that she's right at this moment.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
figured.
all feel the ground vibrate as the sun begins to rise, and you see the army approaching Old Fort. Thousands. Justin standing next to you, Lord Gold. My God. It was good serving you, my lord.
You've always been more of a friend than a servant to me, to be honest. If today is the day that we die, I'm glad I'm with you.
I'm glad I'm with you.
Let's just not die then, huh?
As Team 1, you see this group approaching. The 2 dwarfs are with you. I'm ready to mess them up. Me too. What is Team 1 doing at this moment?
Cool. So they said they were dividing us up based on our abilities. Are we being given a specific objective over here?
So right now you're just in the left flank. You are protecting the left flank. Yeah, that's what you're doing right now.
Is it just foot soldiers or is there cavalry? Like, what is the? Left...
You have the vanguard, who are the people who are going to rush in and meet them in the center.
Wait, I thought we were the left flank, not the vanguard.
Team 2's the vanguard, or Team 3's the vanguard.
Yeah, I was just saying. Yeah. So I'll draw it out real quick. This is, we'll say that's the left flank. That's the right flank. This is the vanguard. The vanguard is rushing in to meet the Goblin King. These 2 are standing defense right now.
Okay, do we have, but like, is it just a mix of,
and of course you have archers and whatnot back here who are going to be assisting you. The vanguard is mostly made up of knights and the best fighters.
Okay. Well, I mean, Milo is just a cog in this group. He's not trying to treat himself like he's any special thing.
Do we have any kind of like catapult or trebuchet?
I would say so, yeah. You have a bunch of, and I'm going to get a lot more into like the actual warfare part of this next session. But you do have various siege weapons and whatnot. So yeah, Team 1. As you guys prepare. Anything you're saying, anything you're doing?
We should probably make sure they have as bad of a day as possible, right?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna... I wish I had more time, but I'll see if Benir will grant us a boon as best I can.
I think the only chance we all have in this is primordials together.
Well, I guess we'll find out what the earth and storm will do together.
She will hold her hand out to Milo and be like, we can pray together if you want.
Let's do that. Let's see if they will hear us if we are together in this.
Team 2, as you 2 begin, or as Team 1 begins to pray together, what are you guys doing? You have Salix with you, whoever's on Team 2.
I think Kyoto doesn't really. He more so. He doesn't fall silent, but he's like disconnected and just is trying to find anything that he can like. Anything he can take over and like help with. He's just trying to find a distraction in all of this and just like prepping any way he can help, kind of more so following than leading anything.
Okay. Yeah.
I've got an idea.
Oh, go ahead.
I want to use all 5 uses of my magical tinkering because I can create static visual effects, including up to 25 words of text, and I want to put inspiring messages across the battlefield.
Hell yes.
I love it. That's awesome.
I love it.
Banners.
I need to know what those 5 texts are so I can remember them next session. But as you're using your tinkering abilities, we'll go to Team 3, the Vanguard, Nettle, and Mary. Is that right?
Yeah. I think just Nettle's waiting. But I think she turns to Mary and says, I was lying to Lord Gold when I said my number 1 priority is the divine gems. You are. So we'll both get out of here.
Lord Gold and Justin are sort of near you. The War Master is up in its tower. And is somewhere on this battlefield that you think. Finally, the goblin army is about 300 or so yards away from you. Lord Gold.
Yes?
You see Charlotte dragged out in the front as a hobgoblin sort of kicks her down and uses thaumaturgy to give him sort of a booming voice. Last chance! Gems! Or if you give us the gems, we'll call off the attack.
I want to think about looking down to look away. But then I look up and I try to lock eyes with my daughter across the field. And I activate my own thaumaturgy. We all stand as one, and she stands with us. Though she may be the first casualty today, you will be the second if you touch her. And I force myself to watch, see what the response is, even if I have to watch my daughter die.
So be it. He brings his halberd up and right in the center of her head. Attack! The hobgoblin yells as the armies run towards each other. But right before that, Nettle, you are the first to notice. Then Kyoto, Milo, Mary, Eudora, Axel. All of you look up to the sky. And you see what looks to be 5 pretty big holes appearing above you. That'll give me an Arcana check.
It's fucking Ildrasaur, isn't it? Arcana 23.
So bad.
It's not Ildrasaur,
Okay.
but at this moment, it could be
Worse.
worse. You know this spell. This is Meteor Shower. I'll give you all an action to try to get out of the way of this. There's multiple buildings around you, places you can hide.
Actually, how far away is Nettle from the battlefield?
300 yards. So what's that times 3? 900 feet.
Shit. It's a big waste of a second of a. Oh, it wouldn't have worked anyway.
And given this action is more of a sort of a grace, because this is really just supposed to be instantaneous. The meteors come down.
It's an action. I can't use a bonus action.
I was gonna say, is there any chance I could dispel it or counterspell it? But probably not.
No, unfortunately, these
No.
are high in the sky.
I grabbed Mary. Could I dimension door 500 feet? Somewhere far away, or like not so far away that. Yeah, I think I grabbed Mary and dimension door.
Yeah. Okay. You're able to do that. Other teams, are you doing anything?
Could I use a bonus action instead of doing an action?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you can. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, I was looking something up.
Yeah, sure. I want to use a bardic inspiration and look immediately at Salix and Axel and just anyone else that's in the area and use a mantle of inspiration, and then just full on eyes go like dark stars and looks at them, and they kind of get this like feeling like run, and then use my reaction to go and get out of there.
Okay. Axel, you doing anything?
I'll absolutely use that reaction to move 30 feet. Is there anybody that I can see that might not be able to get out?
Yeah. There's a lot of people who aren't going to be able to get out of this meteor
Within
shower.
90 feet.
Yeah, there's all of the there. You got about 2,000 people with you.
High value target.
Salix and other than that, not really any high value targets where you guys are.
Is Salix farther behind me than?
He's right next to you. I'd say he's right next to you in Kyoto whenever the spell went through.
This is such a tough decision. I need to save myself or save somebody else. I'll roll it. 1 to 10, I use myself. 11 to 20, somebody else. Somebody else. Cool. I will cast Vortex Warp on Kyoto and Salix are, you said, next to me?
Yeah.
Then I'll Vortex Warp Kyoto 90 feet forward.
Okay.
And then I'll just try to run. I'll just try to run with that extra 30 feet from the reaction. So all I get is 60 feet, but
Okay, so Nettle and Milo. Or not Nettle and Milo, Eudora and Milo. You guys are sort of praying right now, but you see the meteor swarm above your head about to crash down. What are you doing?
What is around us in this? We have all these buildings here, right?
Yeah, you have
Okay.
a ton of buildings around you.
I think in her panic, she doesn't think much about it. She just wild shapes and grabs Milo. Probably a giant owl. She's like, I need to be able to move, and I need to be able to hold you. I assume he doesn't resist.
No, definitely not. I was going to cast another spell, but I guess I don't need to do that.
Okay.
Because that is a 60-foot fly speed.
So the 4 different points emerge. I need everyone but Axel to give me a dexterity saving throw with advantage. Axel, yours is just a regular dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, there we go.
Go ahead, roll it with advantage.
As well.
Okay. Kill to 20.
A lot of 20s.
I don't think it's going to be good enough, though. All right, lay down.
Thanks to being a rogue, I won't take any damage.
I got
Um,
19.
Does 20? Do we think 21 is high enough?
I don't. I honestly don't think so.
I'll flash a genius myself because nobody else is going to be in range. And well, no, Salix would be in range, wouldn't he?
I'll roll for Salix. Okay.
I also got to 19.
What was Salix's? Because he's the only other option I would have, other than random NPCs, to flash a genius.
Okay. So did anyone get above a 22?
I would have if I with the flash of genius, which I was going to use on either me or Salix, depending on what his was.
What'd you get, Lord Gold?
I didn't roll. I didn't know if y'all was included or not.
Yep.
I'm doing it right now. Well, I rolled a 19. Let me
Okay.
look at the stats you got.
So you're going to take half of this. Anyone who rolled above a 22? Or anybody who rolled below a 22 will take 64 fire damage and 81 bludgeoning damage. Anyone who rolled above will take 32 fire damage and 40 bludgeoning damage.
Nettle takes the 30 and the 40 because she is resistant to the damage of spells.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna use Uncanny Dodge to cut that in half.
Sweet.
So that is her arcane ward gone.
Kielta's down.
Oh,
Same.
my gosh.
It burnt through my...
Eudora are down?
Yeah, because it was 64 and 81, right?
Yep.
Yeah, burnt through my wild shape, too.
Even if I were to absorb elements on the fire damage, the bludgeoning damage alone is enough to kill me or bring me down.
Okay.
What was it halved? It was 30. What were the numbers halved?
32
and 40.
I'm able to quarter it down to 36 damage thanks to Uncanny Dodge and Evasion.
But if with evasion, you would take no damage if you saved.
Right.
They didn't
I
save, though.
I didn't.
So who is all down? I got Milo, Eudora, and Kielta. Anyone else? Okay.
I'm up.
Hell yeah.
So Milo and Eudora, as you're in the middle of this prayer, you look up and see the meteor about to crash down on you, and it hits you, and you two see black. Kielta, you're with Axel, right?
I got I told everybody to run, and then I got vortex warped away.
All right, you look over at Axel as you are caught in one of the meteors and brought down. Axel, you look back and see Kilta on the ground. Nettle and Mary, you both take some hefty damage, but you are still up. Lord Gold, you are still up as you barely stand in there and you look and grab your sword as the vanguard rushes towards the oncoming goblin assault.
Is Justin okay?
He is, and you hear screams as fire erupts through your city, and the two forces run at each other. And as they clash, that's where we'll end tonight's session.
What the hell?
I was hoping they'd miss and hit the goblin forces with the meteors first.
Yeah.
Team 1 is not thriving.
That's
Yeah.
rough. That was a lot of damage.
145.
Yeah.
Even with her wild shape up, she's at negative 11.
Ham, I hate you.
That audio scares me every time because I have a wall to the side that it comes in on.
I think Jordan just went and checked his door.
If it
Was
wasn't
that
for,
you just doing that knocking thing? That's not cool. I'm in a hotel. That's scary as shit.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah,
knock
that
definitely
sounds
sounded
good.
like it was on my door.
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
even
shoot.
more scary because there was nobody at my door, and it's a very dark house.
To
Nice.
that side of me is a wall in my basement. So that was horrifying.
hang on, Ham. I think I'm actually down. Because
Nettle's resistance to damage of spells coming online at a pull-out point.
Well, you took half damage, so
no, I only have one reaction, and I used it with Mantle of Inspiration.
but I thought you used the Mantle of Inspiration to take the half damage.
Mm-mm.
No, it was Flash of Genius that would have got me over 22. But if I used the reaction to move, I wouldn't have had it. Yeah, I'm
Well,
down.
thanks for all missing your saves and making me a liar, guys. I told the guy he was next. You all had to fall.
We're not dead yet.
That's true.
It's true. Well, I expect amazing death saves. I want nothing but natural 20s.
I just
Oh,
want to
boy.
say that if I took 3 more damage, I
died?
would have been outright killed.
Oh
Huh?
my gosh.
Really?
Now, granted, I only have 74 HP,
Really?
and I just took 145.
Oh yeah, you are a sorcerer. See ya.
Ooh.
And so, like,
How much HP?
now, granted, I could still use absorb elements, so to have to fire damage specifically. But even if I did that, I wouldn't be up right now.
That's crazy.
But I would have, even if I had taken a little more damage, but there was still a chance I could have been dead, just outright.
So,
Damn.
Jeff, I'm going to need you back next week if you can make it.
Yep. Should be able to. Shouldn't be a problem.
Oh dear.
Gosh, it's not looking good. 2 of you are up out of 6.
Yeah, you just meteor swarmed us.
Yeah, like, what the
145
heck?
damage.
Might as well
Nettle's
just
a good
alright.
bard. He's only lost 30 hit points.
Yeah,
So
if you just
we'll play
wanted
for
to end
30
the
minutes?
campaign, you could have just said something.
Just
Mary
give.
did not toss any spells.
Y'all would have been alive if you just gave the Goblin King the gems.
We are
Don't
not
say
doing
that,
it.
Don't say that, Ham.
We are stubborn.
We are correct. But cool. So we'll play for about an hour next session, and then we'll have to roll up new characters.
Yeah, I'll have to change my will so one of you guys can take over the castle.
I would like to know, like, Ham said that there were still some Vanguard standing. How did these Vanguard take? Like, what kind of stat blocks did they have?
I think they were definitely like aiming for us.
Yeah, they're aiming for us. Yeah.
They're scared, and we're
If,
dead.
If the meteors hit a 40-foot radius, how did some of us not outrun?
Because there's
Yeah,
four of
because
them.
Dimension Door is 500-foot radius. Like the distance I can go with it.
Well, I guess that's the concession that Ham made with the allowing us around
it is
or
an
an act to do
instantaneous
something.
effect.
All right, that's
Yeah.
Because it
Okay.
should have been instantaneous. We should have just, but he provided us
Yeah,
a potential save.
that's
Yeah.
fair.
Thank you, Lord Ham, for not killing all of us.
I didn't think about that.
Well,
Oh,
he only killed half of us.
Over
Or more
half,
than
let's be
half,
honest
yeah.
here.
Yeah, I picked the wrong wild shape. I couldn't have even. I think I could have met it.
Damn.
I
Well,
was
that was
focused
fine.
on movement. Yeah. Champion for like 2 hours. Let's go.
Huge.
Wait, is Eudora up or is she down?
Oh, she's down. She's at -11, even with wild shape.
Oh god.
She had 115 hit points. You said 145 to us. She's not.
Yeah,
She's not
This
a.
is gonna be a rough
stocky lady.
battle, but I think we're gonna be able to get through it.
How?
Somebody's got
Hey, Salix is
one of these
good.
soldiers.
Unless Felix becomes a demigod.
Hey, Orville is here. Don't
Well,
worry.
Salix passed his save and he's resistant to fire damage, so he only took a quarter of the fire damage there.
See, he's a G.
So he would have taken 40 and
56
16.
total.
Yeah.
56 total damage.
Orville's dead.
No, he's not. Don't say that.
Lord.
I feel
How
so
could
bad
you
for
do this?
I feel so bad for Charlotte. Poor girl.
Oh my gosh.
I like how you killed the #1 NPC. How could you?
Who? Orville?
Yeah.
Just won a
No.
tournament.
Orville's still alive. No, I was joking. Orville went into the castle.
Okay.
Dickhead.
Where he belongs.
So the final answer is he did win, even though Captain Gavin is far superior.
What?
Yeah, you could keep thinking that.
I will.
But you're wrong by popular votes.
Real.
back-
That's so
It
real.
was
Yeah,
a good
proof.
final round.
Popular and electoral votes.
I was about to say many presidents have won the popular vote but lost.
It's okay. I have the bracket for the next go round.
You can all thank Austin for Orville winning, because if you didn't tag Bill
Yeah.
and Jack,
I realized at the
Jackie
last
in that
moment, and then
place.
I also realized after watching that horrendous video that
No, the video was so good.
that I didn't say anything either, and I was like,